Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video. Jason and Drew clash over custody of Danny. Alexis informs Drew and Jason of Sam's wishes for her children, and Don ponders his and Rocco's future. Today on General Hospital, Michael confides in Portia, Trina gives Kai a chance, and Sunny makes Christina an offer. Please note that if you purchase something by clicking on a link within this story, we may receive a small commission of the sale. General Hospital spoilers November 18 to 22. At Sunny's gym, Dex spots Kai working out and introduces himself, and says they both know Trina. He explains his girlfriend is Trina's best friend, Joss. Kai assumes Dex is a PCU student, but Dex says he's a cop. Kai hopes Trina didn't send Dex to arrest him and tells him briefly about his troubles with Trina. Dex says Trina is a sweetheart and one of the smartest people he knows. He asks why Kai isn't at that state-of-the-art gym at PCU. Kai came here to spar, which his coach doesn't approve of, and invites Dex to join him in the ring. They jump into the ring to lightly spar and talk sports as they do. Kai offers Dex some free tickets to upcoming games for him and Joss, and Dex thanks him. Dex says he is a decent guy. Kai hopes he can convince Trina of that. More, looking back at Luke Spencer's life. At Sunny's restaurant, he makes Christina dinner. She's worried about the trial tomorrow, and she fears she'll screw things up. He tells her no matter what, she'll survive. Christina doesn't want to survive. She wants justice. Sunny thinks she needs something else to focus on and wants her to come work for him. She says she can't, as she's trying to figure out her life right now. He says she can figure it out while learning to run one of his businesses. He suggests she start with a coffee business, and Christina says she'll think about it. Trina and Joss sit at Bobby's sharing fries. Trina is waiting on Kai and isn't sure she should be working with him. He should have been here by now. Joss says he's not late yet, but Trina rants she should just do the work herself. Joss says now she's looking for a reason not to work with him. Trina doesn't want to drag him along if he's not interested in art, and this is a challenging course. Joss suggests he might like art and to give him a chance. She tells her that she's a bit of a control freak. Trina admits life is easier when she's in control. Joss understands where she's coming from, and depending on someone new can be challenging. However, maybe it's okay that there are some things they can't control, so she asks Trina to give Kai a chance. Trina says she did, and this was his only one, and he's officially late now. Trina decides to head out, but Joss says he's only 10 minutes late. That's when Kai shows up, apologizing to Trina for being late. He didn't account for traffic and forgot his laptop, so he had to go back to his room to get it. Joss heads to order takeout for her and Dex, and Christina arrives and chats with Joss at the counter. She thanks her for coming to Sam and Adela's funerals. Joss says she's so sorry for both of her losses. Joss hopes she's taking care of herself. Christina is trying, and she is glad she ran into her, as she owes her an apology. She also needs to thank her for saving her life after the fall. She remembered hearing her voice in the ambulance, and it was so comforting. Christina says she won't forget how she stepped up for her despite their past. Joss says she is sorry for what she's going through. Their talk turns to the trial, and Joss reveals she'll be testifying to see Ava finally get what she is due. They both agree they want justice. Christina for Adela and Joss for Morgan. Trina and Kai get to work, and Trina lists what they need to do for their project. Kai already found a list of books for their project and emailed them to her. She asks when he had time to do this. He admits he doesn't get much sleep and finished it at 3 a.m. Trina confesses she has trouble sleeping lately too. Trina and Kai head out, and Kai says if she needs to chat about the project, then she reach out, as he'll likely be awake. Meanwhile, Joss smiles as she watches Trina and Kai leave together. Jordan arrives at the hospital with dinner for her and TJ, and they head to the break room. Jordan asks how he's doing, as he knows she liked Sam. He did, and the service was nice. She asks about Molly. TJ says he's unsure how she is, as Molly and Alexis took off to care for something after the service. TJ admits both he and Alexis forgot that Molly's birthday was yesterday. He had a gift for her, but left it at the apartment and only remembered it was her birthday when he heard Rick wish her a happy birthday. He hates that he forgot Molly's birthday, but Jordan says it was the day before Sam's funeral, so it's understandable. She thinks Molly likely wasn't in the mood to celebrate. He says it's not okay, as Rick and Christina, the most self-centered people he knows, remembered. He thinks this is just on par for him and Molly lately. Jordan knows he'll make this up to Molly. TJ tells his mom how Drew and Jason both showed up to the service with bruises, which Jordan knows nothing about. She guesses they got into a fight. TJ jokes she probably needs some new friends. She admits she has a new friend, and she'll introduce TJ to them when she knows more about them. In the quarter-main kitchen, Sasha is making cinnamon rolls when Michael shows up looking for food. She's noticed he hasn't been at dinner lately and offers to fix him something. They make small talk, and he decides he's not hungry anymore. She asks what is going on. Why is he here? Michael says, because I can't go home. They sit down, and she asks why not. Michael says the lies between him and Willow are piling up, and he confides in Sasha that he found out that Willow and Drew slept together. If he confronts Willow that he knows about her and Drew, he must tell her about them. He promises he'll keep her name out of it, which Sasha appreciates as she needs this job. Michael admits he confided in Jason about this, which led to the fight between him and Drew. He then had to watch his wife patch up her lover, and the way she looked at Drew is how she used to look at him. He wonders if she loves him anymore. Sasha says Willow told her that she loves Michael, and she believes her, but for Willow to put her family on the line, Michael knows it means she must feel something for Drew. He thanks her for the talk, but still doesn't know what he's going to do, but he'll keep her name out of it. A custody battle erupts. Drew arrives to meet with Alexis in her office. She asks who did that to his face. Just then, Jason arrives. The brothers aren't pleased to see one another. Alexis admits she invited them both and knew they wouldn't come if they knew other was going to be here. Drew says she's got that right and tells Alexis to tell him what this is about later. She informs them both this is about Sam and what she wanted for Danny and Scout. She gives them copies of Sam's will, which they read, and Jason doesn't understand why Sam never told him about this. Alexis says she just found the will, and Jason notices the date is before Sam knew he was still alive. Drew says he and Sam talked, and she wanted the kids to stay together, and he agreed that if anything happened, he would take custody of Danny. Alexis tells Jason while the law is on his side regarding Danny, Sam wanted the kids to stay together, and he and Sam were only just starting to agree on things regarding Danny. Jason says Danny is old enough to decide where he wants to live. Jason relays that he told Danny that he could live with him if that's what he wants. Drew feels Danny likes living at the Quartermain mansion, but Jason doesn't want to be told what his son wants or likes. Alexis doesn't want to be caught in the middle of their drama, but she questions them about the bruises on their faces. Their silence leads her to believe they got into a fistfight. She tells them if they ever love Sam and their children, they'll cut the crap and start talking. They admit they got into a fight. Alexis can't believe they fought right after their children lost their mother. She asks what they said to the kids about their bruises. Drew says he told them he walked into a door, but Danny and Rocco didn't believe it. Jason told Danny the truth, but not what the fight was about. Alexis asks what it was about, and Drew and Jason agree it's between them. Jason says Danny is his kid, and he'll fight for Danny's right to choose what he wants. Jason then storms out. Drew and Alexis discuss what comes next. He asks if she is okay with letting Danny live with Jason. Alexis isn't, and suggests that Danny and Scout live with her. Drew appreciates Danny's wanting to be there for Scout, but he wants his daughter to live with him. Jason goes to see Sunny about the custody issue and Sam's will. He says Danny wants to stay with Scout, but he doesn't trust Danny to stay with Drew. However, he knows he's let Danny down in the past, and he needs to do what is best for Danny. Sonny tells Jason that if it were him, he wouldn't let Drew near Danny. Sonny says if this is going to become a fight, he has his back. Chase stops by Dante and Sam's place and finds the door ajar. He goes in gun drawn and scares Dante. Dan explains he left the door open, and it's his fault. He's carrying a bunch of bags and explains he's moving into the Quartermain place temporarily. Chase wonders if he'll ever come back here. Dante says he has no claim to this place, as it's Sam's, and the family that lived here no longer exists. Dante admits he changed his will to leave Rocco with Sam so the kids could be together should anything happen to him, and now he has to find a place for him and Rocco to live without Scout and Danny. Chase suggests he buy this place, but Dante refuses. They'll find a place of his own for him and Rocco. He doesn't want to stay at the Q's for long with what's going on between Drew and Jason. Chase feels that's why he should stay here with Rocco, Danny, and Scout. Dante says Drew and Jason are their fathers. He has no claim to them. He needs to focus on finding a place to live. Chase thinks there is no rush and admits even though he and Brooklyn have a place of their own, that he enjoys staying at the Q's. He thinks Dante will too. Chase decides to head out and says, "See you at home." Dante sees what he did there. Once left alone, Don looks at his set of keys and around the apartment. Watch GH on Hulu $7.99. Buy now. Next on General Hospital, Matt gives Sasha a letter from Robert. Christina tells Molly she'll do whatever it takes to get Ava convicted. TJ tells Stella that Ava's trial is the last place he should be. Rick guarantees Ava that she's going to win. Michael informs Curtis that he won't be Aurora's CEO much longer. Jason tells Dante he won't hand Danny over to Drew. Trina is startled.